Hi, this is Sam Henrik. Today I'm going to show you how to backtest MetaTrader 4 expert advisors over historical data. This is a great way to try to answer the question what would have happened with a particular strategy. And every time I go out on the internet and I purchase a different Forex trading robot, or I might create one myself, I like to backtest it over at least a year's worth of data to try to see what would have happened. And I'd like to give a disclaimer here that it's not perfect. You can't just look at the back-tested results and think, wow, this is exactly what would have happened in my account if I had been trading it. And I think far too many people get sucked into that, and they see these MetaTrader strategy performance reports posted out there on the internet, and they think, wow, I would be a multi-millionaire if I had just started 6 months ago, or whatever some of these reports show. So it's not a complete waste of time, though, either. It does give you a good indication on the general direction of what an account would have done over the past, but there's a lot of variables that make it not too accurate, and one of those being the spread. You're paying on every trade, you're paying a spread to the broker, and when you get historical data and you're testing it, that's not necessarily the spread that you would have been paying to your broker, and sometimes it's variable, and it's really hard to get a very accurate picture. But backtesting, in my opinion, is the first step in order to evaluate a particular robot or strategy. After backtesting for a while, and if those results looked good, then I would move on to forward testing. You might have heard that term before, but that just means running it in a live setting, but with a demo account. You're playing with Monopoly money. You just want to let it run for several weeks and really see in a real life trading environment what it would be doing. And that's a far more accurate way to judge it. But then it doesn't stop there. After forward testing, to get a real true picture how a system is going to work, then you want to do it with a live account with your broker. You might not jump in and trade thousands and thousands of dollars right at the beginning. Maybe you'll start with a small amount. Maybe you'll if there's a parameter to adjust the risk that each trade is taking, or how much risk you're taking on any given trade, you might want to start with that really low right at the beginning, just to test it out. But those are my 3 steps that I always do. I backtest, then I forward test, and then I trade it live with a small amount of money. And if it passes all those tests and it looks good, then I'll ramp it up and trade it with quite a bit of money. So let's get started here. The first thing you might be thinking is, well, it's fairly obvious how to backtest. Right in MetaTrader, there's a strategy tester. And I'll open it up here so you can see. Or did I might have already had it open. So there's a strategy tester, and you can pick which EA that you want to test and what market. I'll zoom in here. Sorry about that. So you can see what market or currency pair that you want to use to test. And there's some other factors here. Which date range you want to test from, what time period, and after all that you hit start. Well, that's partially true, but it's not that easy. You might have seen